Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Cazal on MTGO. Just got back from Eternal Weekend. Boy, was that a wild time. It was really great meeting everyone, all of you who came up to say hi. It really made my day, really made my weekend. The support was just so incredible, and I'm extra motivated to get out there, make more Grixis Control content for y'all. They sent me home with this sweet Psychic Frog playmat, hand woven, very nice. I don't think I'm gonna use it. I like my pure black one, but this is a really nice gift. So, in honor of Eternal Weekend, I'm going to run through a league using my Eternal Weekend list. I didn't want to put a video out with the exact list I was going to play before the event, in part because I didn't know exactly what the 75 was going to be before the event. I sleeved this up at the last minute, but I probably could have come to these conclusions before the event. There was no like last minute epiphany or anything. I thought it was going to be the second Surveil land, but when I tested that, it was terrible. Um, so, not really a last minute epiphany. Oh, I guess it was an epiphany in the sense that I recognized how terrible it was. Also, shout out to Adam, who was my main testing partner for the weekend, and who we were conferring throughout the events. And I think we gave Grixis Control a pretty good showing, despite not being one of the meta decks. I feel like we fought the field well. I ended out 5-3-1. I Similar to MXP San Francisco, actually, I know what I need to work on. I feel like my endurance is just not really there yet. I was crushing the middle of the event. I won 4 matches in a row, just kind of hit the wall, lost, and then tied, and then won, and then lost the ninth round. I was just like, ooh, just couldn't really keep it together. But the middle stretch felt amazing. If I can just sustain like that, I think maybe I'll bring more cashews next time. Yeah, something like that. And then I wanted to finish the last 2 rounds on the next day, but when I looked at the website originally, it said Legacy Champs was Saturday. I didn't realize it also went into Sunday. So I had a Saturday badge. And my Sunday plans were kind of up in the air because I know some people in Pittsburgh. So I didn't have my Sunday badge. And I woke up Sunday morning and saw that I'd been dropped because I didn't have a Sunday badge. It's not a big deal. I wasn't really live for pricing at 5-3-1 anyways. So I'm not upset or anything. I would have liked to finish for completions or posterity's sake, but it's totally fine. I had a wonderful time. It was really cool meeting everyone. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Let's go do our little victory lap here. Not really a victory lap, a posterity lap, I guess. Let's run a league with my Eternal Weekend list. Oh yeah, usual stuff. Check out the Patreon if you want an extra league every week, or if you want to submit donation deck lists. There's a $5 tier, and then at the $40 tier, I believe there are just 2 more slots available for private coaching or one-on-one time, whatever you want out of that tier. We can make something happen. Yeah, let's go do it. Well, welcome to round 1. Beautiful hand. 3 lands, Force of Will, cool creatures. It doesn't get much better than that. We'll send it back. Mountain. Ghost Vacuum off a mountain. A snow-covered mountain. It's very interesting. I mean, this could be a number of decks. Could be Painter, could be Red Prison. I'm gonna lean on it being Red Prison, so there's no reason to fetch. But I did it anyways. Because I'm a little tired right now. I gotta pull myself together here. Alright. Let's get my other basic. Get ahead in the world here. That way it's really not free for them to play like a Caves of Chaos adventure or something here. I mean, I'd probably still force it. Sure. Oh, interesting. Green stun for 1. Sure. I see what's going on here. We're playing Nick Fit, so there's no reason for me to get these basics. In fact, I should not have got those basics, because if there's a future Veteran Explorer, I will, what's it called? Only have 1 basic to get. But you know, it'll be fine. Flare of Cultivation. They're jumping way up in mana right now. We really need Force of Will to do some work here. Up the Beanstalk. I'd like to counter that, if I may. Cool. Beanstalk, Nick Fit. Didn't face this last weekend. Lightning Bolt. Thought sees you. Take your vacuum. Play that. You know, I did actually get to Nimble Obstructionist a 6 mana vacuum activation, which was pretty sweet. Because sacrificing it is part of the cost. So it was just gone after that. And that was good. It will be a little scary if they ever draw like a bomb, though. Yeah, I mean, that kind of qualifies. I don't know how much card drawing they're really going to be doing. But obviously we'll fire back with Bowmasters. And then it's very likely we'll have to actually do the same play as I did on in Eternal Weekend and Nimble Obstructionist this Ghost Vacuum activation. Very possible. They're kind of incentivized to take this block too, so I can... You know what, let's just do that. I need to end this game yesterday. It's not like I really have anything in the sideboard for it either, because, you know, usually against big mana, Price of Progress was the tech we had landed on. But what if it's big mana and all their lands are basic? Doesn't really make sense, does it? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I'm not going to have much in the way of searching. Alright, good card, please. That's fine. I feel like they will have some scary creatures. Maybe not like Gargadon or something like that. I think that was like an older version of the deck. But maybe something. Like, how many basics can they really afford to play, you know? This also means we might have a bunch of... If this game goes long, we might have a bunch of dead fetch lands just floating around here. Sure. Oh, also, that was stupid of me. I just said, like, I'm not sure how many cards they're drawing, but I literally countered up the Beanstalk a moment ago, so that was very silly of me. Alright, we're going to move on this here. It's not the craziest vacuum. They're only getting a Strix and a Bowmasters, but it's going to just, like, do too much annoying stuff, and we're going to just go ahead and counter that. Make sure that does not happen. Ooh, Baraglyph. Okay, that's good. That's really good. At the same time, I have so much mana right now that I don't really want to expend this Lightning Bolt until I know it's, like, going to win the game. Land is a bad draw. I was really hoping for, like, Force of Will. Even though I can't play Baraglyph and hold up Hardcast Force. So maybe Force would not have been a good draw either. Play Baraglyph. Got one shot at this. Sure. So they can exile up the Beanstalk and save a point of damage off the Baraglyph. It will not quite be enough. And instead of revealing more information about my deck, I should just bolt before the trigger resolves. Even though, like, well, actually, yeah, it's not that free. I mean, if I'm playing something like Nimble Obstructionist, I could have any kind of crazy stuff going on in here, so we'll just keep those secrets. Alright, what do we think about Consigned to Memory? They have, like, Rector. Could trade 1-for-1 with Ghost Vacuum. I don't know. They have multiple copies of Ghost Vacuum. Definitely Opposition Agent. Take Thoughtseize. Consign. You don't really build your sideboards to fight Nick Fit. Because generally, like, if we have a lot of mana, we can kind of just be the control deck and run the game. Narset seems very good. Cling might just have... It might be too much work contesting Ghost Vacuum with Cling to Dust, even though it's one of the best things we can do with a lot of mana. So it's kind of hard to decide. Might even trim 2 lands. It's a little crazy, but like part of their game plan is ramping us too. So actually, maybe go like that. A little experimental. Hand looks great. The only bad thing about it is this basic in hand. Sure. They'll probably name Bowmasters, but maybe Force a Will. Brainstorm, also a good name. Fortunately, they miss. The next one will not, unless I draw my 1 Cling I brought left in, right? Yeah, I left a Cling in. Ponder. Yeah. Yeah. That seems good. If I can shuffle this island back into my deck, that would be pretty sick. Okay. Hopefully they don't make me shuffle. But if they go Explorer Therapy this turn, I'm like really inclined to let that happen just because... Ooh, up the Beanstalk, I do want to force that. Oh, I am drawing Narset. Maybe I just... Oh, but I can't cast Narset next turn. Yeah, it could get bad. Do that. Just don't want them to have that card. Cast Brainstorm. Put the basics back. Oh, they might have a 3-drop here. I wonder if it's going to be like hardcast Flare. Okay. Okay, they miss again. That's good news. But they could just be clearing the way. And a pass. Alright. That's good for us. I was expecting to have to use that Brainstorm defensively. Sure. It's a little dangerous. But it's definitely an above average draw. Take a Thoughtseize here. I really hope they don't have a creature. Okay, yeah, I think they would have done that last turn. Unless it was Bowmasters. Let's activate. Yep. Cast Brainstorm. Okay. So, we definitely want to hit on our Narset. Really wish I hit a land, was what I really wanted to hit there. It's fine though. Put those 2 back. We'll see if we can do better than a cantrip. No. It's fine. Take Ponder, just in case we're stuck in a world where we're stuck with these Bowmasters. Sure, I'll take 1. That's fine. Yeah. Do this before they get their mana influx. Then I'll take my mana influx and cast more Bowmasters. Because that was a huge tell that I do have more. Do you have more? You don't, okay. They'll probably name like Thoughtseize or Ponder, Kolgon's Command, Shieldred's Edict. They have a lot of information. I don't think they'll name Psychic Frog. Chaos Defiler. Well, that'll F up my board, but it could be a lot worse. They'll probably take Psychic Frog. if they even want to use resources like that. They might just want to make me use my edict. Because, yeah, I can't really get through this 5-4. I think they have to, though. I don't think they can let me have Psychic Frog. Especially with one card in hand. If it's a removal spell, I can strip it with Thoughtseize. Yep. Alright. I mean, their last card could be land. But it could also be a removal spell. I haven't really had an opportunity to use one. Okay, Dead of Winter, cool. Yep, no frog was going to be able to survive that. Okay, these are all pretty good, aren't they? What do I want the most? I guess these two. Hide the Tameo. Alright. Got a decent clock here. More to come. I think we'll be okay. What did they draw? I hope not Chaos Defiler. Hope not Green Sun Zenith. I know sometimes Nick Fit will play that card too. Oh my god! I am not the only person playing this card, it turns out. This is incredible. Yeah. Shit. That's a good one. What a top deck. What a goddamn rip. Woo. Killing me. Don't think we're gonna win this game. From the Catacombs. I don't even have Cling to Dust in my yard to, like, protect some of my own creatures. Wow. One top, one bottom. At present, they only have enough for one more escape, but it doesn't really mean anything. It could keep going after that. And if they go after one of their own creatures, they're going after Bowmasters again. Yeah, it takes them a little further away from another one after that. But they don't. They'll get a treasure token. I hope they did not top a creature. Play that. Hopefully top deck like Cling to Dust or something. Please. Lightning Bolt also works. Bolt there. Go to combat. I think I need to block with Tameo. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. Take the initiative. I feel like I just need to get to the trap here. Get the island to dig. Or if I can flip Tameo. Just need one good top deck here. Can kind of nullify that card. Okay, great. Ponder. Consign's pretty good. Might be more reliable than Strix, even. Yeah, we'll do a safety valve here. Okay. See if we can hang in there. I'm glad I at least know how to play against this card, having run it incessantly on my own. Questing Beast. Yeah, that card's pretty good at taking the initiative. But that also means they're not taking out Tameo. I think I will counter the initiative trigger, because I'd like another turn of it. Oh wait, but it might be a trigger I control, right? Oh wait, no, I can. And we'll definitely trigger or not let them deal damage to Tameo either. Replicate twice, might as well. Glad I sided that in. It's funny how things work out, huh? Very versatile card. Alright, how about a bolt? Forge there. Oh, I knew that was there. I knew that was there. And a force. Speaking of force, it's kind of a forced block, right? Well, not really. I could just take Consign back from the graveyard. But I think I'll just bet against their top deck being good. Is that alright? It's maybe not a good idea. I don't know. I think I'm going to stop second guessing myself here. This does get them a lot closer to another from the catacombs, though. Just one attack here. If they don't block, then the trap will get them. I basically just don't want them to go Throne of the Dead 3, so they could, like, you know, take the initiative through combat and then cast from the catacombs and get to Throne of the Dead 3. Just don't want that to happen. We got an attack on me. I will block. Okay. Dead of Winter, yes. Now they cast from the catacombs, and everything's terrible. I just needed to get to the trap. I just needed to get to the trap. Oh, man. Fortunately, they can't get one of their scary creatures, but they are going to get the 4-1 with Menace, which is a big problem. Strix. I would have chosen Agent. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter, though, because they get the 4-1. Shoot, and then they get Throne of the Dead 3. God, that was such a good top deck. I mean, the thing is, if they don't attack Tameo, I can recur something. Or maybe they'll just give me double bolt off the top. It's not impossible. I should probably make sure to have some blue, though, in case I need it. Nah, if I draw a blue card, then I'll just have Force of Will, whatever. Do that. Brazen Borrower. Okay. I mean, we'll see what I gotta do. How bad will it be? I see a Pyroglyph. That's pretty bad. A 9-power Pyroglyph? Jesus Christ. Bouncing it is not going to really change anything, is it? Well, it has hexproof, so that does not matter. So I lose. Damn. I cannot believe it. Incredible. Well, definitely don't want to cut Cling to Dust anymore. Thoughtseize does not seem as good. Bowmaster Mirror, keep those in. Yeah, maybe creatures in general aren't really where we want to be. I mean, aside from, like, you know, the classic creatures, the ones that get value. Trim, no, I'll keep Force. Because it even gets, like, better when your opponent's giving you a bunch of lands, too. Maybe one Kolaghan, no. How about one Strix? Because they're playing a lot of Bowmasters. Hand is good. Hopefully I can overwhelm them early on. It does take them a minute to get going here. I really don't want to see turn 1 therapy. If they name Force of Will, I guess that'd be the same thing as forcing them, so... Okay, that's not a land that casts therapy. I would welcome a Veteran Explorer activation. Any land I draw that's not a basic, I feel pretty good about. play the Strix. Not a great draw. Swamp Go and an attack. Yeah, give me those lands. I would like them. Far preferable to like drawing them too. I'll activate Clue. Nimble Obstructionist is nice. Bowmasters is nice. Hardcast Force is nice. Feel pretty rolled up here. No rush on flipping this thing. Opposition Agent is kind of whatever. Especially if it attacks, I can ambush it, but I'd rather just hold up my force. Man, Pyroglyph, that's so nasty. Yeah, nothing. Alright. Activate. Another agent. Sure. Bolt. Might as well bolt one of them, right? Make a land drop. If I had a Psychic Frog to dump all these Scalding Tarns or fetch lands too, that'd be pretty cool. I wonder if I should start flipping this thing soon. Nah, it's fine. The Clue attrition is like mega real. It's mega real. Oh, Seiju, huh? I think if they want to destroy a land, that's fine. 2-mana Stone Rain is pretty strong and all, but that's fine. They're gonna run out of cards eventually. No, it's fine. It's fine. Uh-oh. Vongklex. Vongklex. That probably should not be allowed to happen. Indeed, it did not happen. Double Bowmasters. Okay, that's not a bad like thing to do at the end of turn. If I don't have to hardcast Force. And then just like shoot down the agent. And I could even crack a Clue after that. I'm at 10. Cabal Therapy. Their last two cards are Black Source from the Catacombs. That would be pretty good, but they'd also have to name what's it called here? You know what I'm trying to say. Force of Will. Which they might not. They do. Well, that's too bad. Guess all bets are off now. Chaos Defiler, sure. There goes Tameo. Are they also gonna Cabal Therapy me? No. Well, that's a relief. Draw a card. Looking for Kolaghan's Command, I feel like. Narset. Ponder. Not really what I'm looking for. I wanted that Baroglyph, truth be told. Kaito is good. Can't do it all right now. So I guess I'll just take more Bowmasters. Attacking me? Okay. I'll take 2 here. And then they'll probably Battle Cannon Narset, which is unfortunate, but could be worse. Yep. There goes Narset. I'll force that. Pitchlorian. Alright, I need Kaito to take this game over. Yesterday. Shit. God damn it. There's no bug anymore, you know. The bug is over. I missed some damage there. If I lose because of that, I completely deserve it. Graveyard, top. Ponder. Okay. Green Sun for 4. Questing Beast? Yep. Definitely bounce that. Has haste though. I'll have to deal with that next turn. I could just plus Kaito. Could also block with Nimble Destructionist though, and then shoot it with Nimble or with Orcish Bowmasters. That sounds better to me. Because I do feel like I need to draw towards something. They could be at 9 right now. That's so huge. Take 1 Brainstorm. Lightning Bolt. Plus Bowmasters can beat Questing Beast, which I guess would be most of their turn. If something happens where I really need Nimble Destructionist though. I think they're going to cast Questing Beast. Yes. Bowmasters. Ping there. Bolt there. Okay, no Flare of Cultivation. That's good. 1 card left. Seems like something I can cast. If it's like Baragoyf or something, I can tap it down. Dead of Winter. Oh no. Pretty rough. Definitely be draw step at K commanding. If it's from the Catacombs, we won't be free. Because that has escape, as fans of the channel know. God, they could be at 5 right now. I really, really screwed that up. It's been a really, really messed up week. I'll keep Fatal Push, yeah. This is the best mode on Kolaghan's Command. Everyone knows that. Okay, we got him. It's just a forest anyways. Oh, game 2 is really scary. From the Catacombs is really scary. I'm really glad to see someone else adopting that technology because it's really scary. And this should be a bad matchup for us, but the fact that we also get to benefit from Veteran Explorer because we play so many basic lands, I think evens it up kind of a lot. So it just becomes like, do I have bombs to keep up while also stalling with counter magic and also maybe having better access to my bombs via cantrips. So I think it should go in our favor most of the time. But as you saw, like we had to patch some stuff together, like bouncing Questing Beast or using Bowmasters in tandem with Lightning Bolt to beat Questing Beast. And Chaos Defiler is just always going to be pretty value negative for us and value positive for our opponents. But yeah, long live Nick Fit. Awesome deck. Welcome to round 2. We're up against Joyful Waffle, who usually plays tempo. And these days, tempo usually means like Rescaminator or just like straight blue-black. And Bowmasters is pretty nice in that situation. Yeah, we'll see. Polluted Delta. They have a play. It's an island and a ponder. Cool. They shuffle. With 4 lands in hand, I actually wouldn't mind baiting out Wasteland or something like that. So let's go ahead and Surveil. Thoughtseize is good. Thoughtseize is good. Scalding Tarn. Excellent. Take your Reanimate. Unfortunately, Wasteland will make days better, but not that much better. So that also delays their black mana. Wasteland resolves. The activated ability on Wasteland resolves. If I draw a blue card, I can force and beat a double daze. I don't. They have a lot of lands in hand. It's going to be hard to like work through if they try to brainstorm some of them away. I don't think I'll be able to Bowmaster unless they want to double daze these Bowmasters. More Cling. I'll take more Cling. Might even cycle one, I don't know. They're going to Surveil. Put a card on top. What does that mean? Probably a threat of some kind. It's Nethergoyf. Interesting. Nethergoyf and Reanimate. Not often seen together. Well, I like Cling trading with some number of Reanimates, but also I can really work on their sorceries right now if I just do this. If they Bowmaster, I will not Bowmaster back. Just try and invalidate these dazes. Great. I can bolt that Nethergoyf. Although they'll daze to protect it. I could Cling the other Ponder. And then they'll daze. I'm gonna untap. Okay. Yeah. Because they can't realistically put anything else in the yard. It's not like a Dragon Rage Channeler situation, you know? Unless they evoke Endurance or Solitude or something. Try this. Try that. Okay. I guess we'll just keep playing around these 2 dazes. I think this pattern favors us. If I can just like escape Cling, they'll probably daze, which is fine. Another bolt is fine. Especially if they play a frog and I bolt and then I edict, and that's just a good time. Brazen Barber? Yes. This is too good to pass up. Cast Bowmasters. Hopefully dodge the triple daze. We get a Force of Will. Looks like I'll be taking 3. Don't like taking 3. But it's not horrible. Yep. So they got daze and something else in their hand right now. I really don't want to bolt. Wouldn't even mind a land here. Yeah. Activate. Play Bowmasters. Daze. I'll pay. Okay, they need the Surveil. Their Surveil is important enough that they will give up the daze there. So I think we did pretty good playing around daze. We weren't under a lot of pressure, which always helps. I can start escaping Cling, I will be happy. Thought sees me. Resolves. Probably taking Edict. Good news is they can't get a Barrow-Goyfin right now. Yep. But they might have one in hand, which means Kolaghan's Command is a fine draw. They put a card on top. Uh-oh. Brainstorm. Cast it. Kaito. Excellent. We will not need a lightning bolt anymore. And they certainly didn't put a cantrip on top because of Bowmasters. So I think I can bounce Bowmasters back to my hand for value. I don't think they'd top a Daze either. They might have top decked a Daze at some point. Okay, that's good enough for them. Very good. They didn't have a very aggressive hand, which sometimes you can concede and or make a concession and keep a hand like that against Grixis Control. Because I'm pretty sure Joyful Waffle knows I play Grixis Control. Though the problem is if you don't really come out the gates too fast, you might just let me get set up and then I'll just handle everything you try. So usually against Delver you'd be siding out Force of Will because of Pyroblast. This deck cannot play Pyroblast. I think they might try to fight me with Hydroblast though, so Kolaghan's Command is a fine cut. They do have Reanimate, so Surgical is appealing. Maybe one, because they're probably playing like 4 Reanimates or something. Narset, it's good, but it's a little slow on the draw. Psychic Frog, they'll have Fatal Push. Maybe. They also might think I'm maybe not playing Frog. On the draw, I think I'm comfortable trimming 1 Badlands. And then, yeah, trade a Surgical for Force, I think. We're good. Yeah. And we'll just try 2 Red Blast for now. If they have Tamiyo as well as Frog, then I'll bring in a 3rd Red Blast. But for now, I think this is fine. This hand is good. It's a little soft if they have any combo. But yeah, every basic covered. Snap Thoughtseize could even be like, okay. Thoughtseize me. What are you going to take? Interesting. So maybe they're banking on dazing this Baleful Strix? Surgical. Well, if they try to combo me, and they don't have hard protection, that could work out. They might just like jam a Frog here and bank on dazing Strix, which means I'd have to concede them a card. Not great. Not the end of the world. Just something. How badly do I want every color of basic here? Do I want to like give up on a Surveil? Probably not. They're on the play, so if they want to wasteland me without a threat out, I think I'm fine with that. Keep that. Don't cast it. Bowmasters is the other thing they could have. That would make me reticent to, or make them not really want to take Strix. And yeah, they didn't Surveil here, so expecting Bowmasters, yep. Didn't see a lot of Bowmasters this weekend. The field was not very Bowmastery. They're going to Thoughtseize me again. 3 cards. We should be able to draw out of this. They take Snapcaster Mage. I'm not really close to using that. But I get that, like, the rest of my hand is pretty irrelevant. No shuffle. I would not love it if they added another threat to the board. They might have something like Fatal Push in hand or something. I think if I draw 2 bad cards, I'll ponder into Bowmasters. It's pretty roughly equivalent of letting them amass again and hit me for the extra damage ahead of time. Yeah, it's not good. That is not good. I'll pass. They want 2 cards off the ponder. No Kaito from that side. Good. Psychic Frog. Strong card. Little help here. Cling to Dust. It's okay. It's a little redundant. Cast Ponder. Shuffle that. Need a removal spell. We don't get it. We are in bad shape. They wanted all 3 cards off the ponder. That is insane. Brainstorm. I guess this is my chance to catch up, huh? They could claim, or they could... Okay, they'd rather get the Bowmaster trigger than blank the draw with the Psychic Frog. That's fine. Try and keep it to 1 frog over there. If they have a Force of Will, like, they don't need to fight over that since they have lethal on board. Kaito. I don't think that is enough. But we'll try. They might have 2 dazes. Yes. So we missed on a removal spell pretty hard. It happens sometimes. Not sure if I do want this 3rd Pyroblast, though. It's really hard to say. They also might not be bothering with something like Hydroblast. Definitely have all 4 of my Bowmasters. I think on the play I'd rather them be the Thoughtseize deck. So we'll go like that. Alright, take the play. Hand's pretty good, we'll keep. Opponent's also good on 7. I don't love Thought Seizing on the play, but I don't hate it. At least we didn't have to mulligan. Similar to that first hand. I think we'll take Baragoyf, right? And Pyroblast Tameo quite safely. If they top deck a blue card and just force, that's also fine. Happy to see it go for the throat. Happy to see Wasteland. Bowmasters is nice. We'd all rather trade Pyroblast with Force of Will, but, you know, can't always get exactly what we want here. No Threat is beautiful. Colors assembled. Strix. We'll ponder. Yeah, I think we'll keep all that. Strix and Bowmasters together should do the job. Maybe I'll bin Kolaghan's Command with Sewers. Bloodstained Mire. Psychic Frog. See if I can figure out what that last card is. I'm going to fire Bowmasters here. Go for the throat. Also does not beat Strix. So that's cool. I do want that Kolaghan's command. Play that. Keep that. Just trying to dodge Bowmasters. Oh, they might have sewers in hand. That fetch doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Unless they have Fatal Push. That was the mystery card. Okay. So if they jump Frog here... Yes. Three cards is kind of a lot. Too many, you could say. Cast Strix. They force. Sure. Hit for 1. Then they'll drop to 3 cards. It's kind of a lot. See if we can stabilize. But being behind is rough. Sure. Cast Brainstorm. Okay. I really don't want to get dazed. Baragwif seems so good here. Kind of don't care too much if their frogs have like high power toughness. But also, I don't think they'll be able to jump both of them unless they discard their hand. Which they might not want to do. Thoughtseize. Cast Bowmasters. Brainstorm. I wonder what they'll take. Kolaghan's command. And Baragwif. So there's a land on top. Definitely don't want that anymore. Just need some like removal spells. Trigger there. Discard Netherglyph, sure. Trigger there. Try and take out the frog. Doesn't work. I guess we can try it again next turn. Which one are they incentivized to give flying to, though? Oh, my sewers is already gone. That was stupid. Yeah, we'll take the removal colors. The good colors. Edict is nice. Lose the small one. Hit for 5. Hopefully top deck. They just brainstormed. Hopefully those were like their best 2 options. And they don't have anything too good to do after that. Tamiyo. Okay, no attack. I like that. 1 good draw. That's all we need. It's a good one. Bounce Psychic Frog. But I did tap wrong, that's for sure. Attack with both. Are they going to jump and be dead to bolt? They are. I like their style. Or if Brazen Borrower can slip by. Like, land is not that bad of a draw, unless it's the basic swamp, which would be insane, right? Like, I'm not going to draw that. Yep. Hard to know what's in their hand. So they didn't attack with Tamiyo, which means they're probably going to block with Tamiyo. Good draw. It's not bad. Yep. Who do they block with next? They might just try to rival Daze, Force of Will. Oh, is this Murktide Regent? Damn. Okay, well we can overrun them if they don't draw something good here. And they shouldn't attack though. But yeah, we'll overrun them. Close one. Or wait, no, we don't overrun them. But they do have to block this army. Forced block on the army. Bolt. Cling to dust. Okay. I mean, I'd trade for either of these. Either of these are a good trade. Sure. Probably should have done this before combat. But yeah, it's not like they can really attack with Psychic Frog. They drew Bowmasters, though. That would be really bad. I'm gonna see what I draw first. Force of Will? Not great. They're drawing too many cards. I don't like this stalemate. Okay, I don't think they drew Bowmasters. They can't cantrip. If they drew Bowmasters, they probably would have done something, right? I'm so scared. Alright. Bolt you. Alright, we did it. Close one. Alright, let's keep on rocking here. Winning the die roll with a wonderful hand. Got the old Thoughtseize Force of Will on the play with Baleful Strix, Lightning Bolt. Depending on what we top deck, and if we don't have to force like immediately, we can make some decisions whether or not we want to pitch Snap or Strix or something else we top deck, or maybe we won't even need to maybe we won't even need to pitch Cast Force. You never know. You really never know. One's good on 7. Oh, interesting. You know, I'm pretty sure there was no Nick Fit going on at Eternal Weekend, but this is the second Nick Fit deck I'm facing now. Lazotep Quarry. I don't know this card. Sacrifice a desert. Exile. Oh, you eternalize a creature. That's cool. Someone wanted me to try the Scarab God, and I was a little tempted. Maybe I'll do a Scarab God video someday. I don't really want to take Fel the Profane, obviously. I could just take Helm, because it is like a win con, I'm sure. Cabal Therapy is a little, you know, I think they'll name the wrong card, though. I don't think they'll hit on Therapy. 2 Nick Fit style decks in one league is very interesting. You got it. Psychic Frog. Okay. They're likely to hit next time. They don't have green mana yet for the Explorer. I think Helm was the right take. Nice. Although Nimble only buys you 1 turn against Helm. Unfortunately. We'll play Strix. Sure. Bloodstained Mire. They drew that at some point, so I assume this will get a Bayou? Yes. There's Veteran Explorer. Now they'll probably Flashback Therapy and name Force of Will, possibly. We'll see. I'll grab an island and a mountain. These have not been easy matches. Yeah, they're going to take the Force. That makes sense because it is approaching hard castable territory. So they got 1 unknown over there. Not sure if it's castable or land or what. They're going to pass. Snap Thoughtseize on Fel the Profane is really not that exciting. Cling to Dust. It's not bad. They have some kind of angle with Arena Rector. Not to mention, thanks to Veteran Explorer, if something else were to happen, I could cast and escape Cling to Dust, jump up in cards. Ancient Tomb, the One Ring. Well, that's pretty good. Let's exile. I wonder if this is a Karn deck. Would exiling Helm make it more accessible? It might. Let's hit Bloodstained Mire. It'd be nice to counter this or dig towards Bowmasters or Narset. Kolaghan's Command will not work, unfortunately. Yep. It resolves. Hurts a little bit to not spend my mana here. It's possible I should have just like bolted. Bolt Snap Bolt is here. I could also like, ooh, Douthie Voidwalker? Okay. Sure. Kind of want to keep Bolt in the picture, but I don't know. This is tough. Maybe it's not super important. Let's just get it out. Not think too hard about it. I could also play Nimble, but I feel like we might need its trickiness. Okay. Not bad. Felder Profane is an instant, but it's pretty steep for what it does. And we also have Kolaghan's Command to get it back. They have a lot of mana, but 4 is still a lot. Play that. I'll ping them. Paying 2 life. Sure. It would have been a lot more appealing to Kolaghan's Command and have them discard had they not have protection from everything. Lazotep Quarry. So I wonder how easy it is for them to put together Helm and Voidwalker. Or if they have main board Leyline of the Void. Sure. This will work out pretty well for us. Let's get back Bowmasters and destroy Helm. It brings me no mirth to do so. All right. Brainstorm. No mirth, but plenty of joy. I believe that it would be a paradox. They're at 7. Is there any reason to brainstorm right now? I think I'm going to be patient here. If they activate the ring, snap Kolaghan's Command will do it. They'll need to find a way to destroy Bowmasters. They milled Douthie Voidwalker. Sure. They have 1 card left. I'm gonna go for it. This might be aggressive. Maybe I should just have them discard for that reason. Is going to 1 with their Ancient Tomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Black, black. I mean, they've already played a land, so if they draw, say they have another Helm in their hand, which would be kind of crazy because there's already 2 accounted for. And there's 2 Douthie Voidwalkers accounted for as well. But if they go Voidwalker, Helm, they would not be able to tap Ancient Tomb to activate the Helm. I hope this is right. It was a fatal push. So I guess I did the right thing, right? And yeah, I guess they made the same calculation as I did. They would be at no outs to put that combo together. Well, this is pretty wild. I wonder if Blood Moon... Nah, I don't think Blood Moon is that acceptable. Because I'll turn off, like, what, Lazotep's Quarry, and they clearly have tons of basics. Alright, Opposition Agent Consign seems great. I do want Thoughtseize, and I think I want Fatal Push, because I think I'll need Doughty Voidwalker gone at all costs. They were pretty eager to name Psychic Frog with Cabal Therapy, but I think... And they also have Fatal Push in multiples. So I think I'm fine citing out Psychic Frog here. Is that it? This might be all we kind of have. Maybe Surgical would be pretty good. If they can't really put too much of a win together without a Helm. I mean, Doughty Voidwalker is a perfectly acceptable win condition. It's quite good. It's not blockable. Then, like before, the combination of being on the draw and also Veteran Explorer being so key, I feel pretty justified in citing out not one, but 2 lands. If they just completely pivot off of Veteran Explorer, though, that would be very funny. In a bad way, you know. The good kind of funny. The last few cuts are difficult. Perhaps Tameo and Barrogoyf. I could totally see this being a Leyline deck in the main board. We can always reevaluate in the case of a game 3. Yeah, looks good. As long as they don't cast Encroach. Leading on Cabal Therapy. They'll probably hit. A lot of good options here. A lot of good common names like Bowmasters, Force, or Brainstorm. All fine names. Thoughtseize. It's a miss. And because I have Brainstorm, the next therapy is also not going to be so clear-cut. And might even come with a free shuffle via Veteran Explorer. Lightning Bolt. Okay. I'm hoping they don't get too wise to me, though. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be insane. Vexing Bubble, sure. For them to... Wait, doesn't that turn off Cabal Therapy? Yes. Opponent acknowledged that that was not really intentional. Didn't see any red last game. Cabal Therapy. Let's Brainstorm. Probably no matter what happens, I'll put back Force and Lightning Bolt. I'll just cast Orcish Bowmasters right now, I think. Ooh, yeah. Maybe they won't even name Bowmasters again. It's possible. I mean, it's a little scary to not have any counter magic against a deck like this, but I hope we can manage. And yeah, this should prevent them from naming Bowmasters, but we'll see. They might just play it safe, pick something that I'm likely to retain, like Baleful Strix, I think is completely fine as a name here. But just in case they name Lightning Bolt. Okay, Edict, yeah. That was another one very much worth naming. GG's. Oh yeah, maybe it's too much to fight through. Alright. Gotta say, I was kind of expecting to not do well in this league. Just getting back from Eternal Weekend, I'm a little beat, but so far we have beaten Nick Fit and Blue-Black Tempo, which a lot of people think is the best deck in the format. Alright, match 4. I just couldn't record anymore last night. When you look at this hand and you see the lack of 1-drops, you might be scared, but I'm also on the play. It's perfectly functionable. And if we're up against Merit Lage, well, I've got an ace in the hole with the Shielder's Edict. Got a little something for all the meta here. I've got Frog Beat. I've got the One Ring. I've got Boros Aggro. I guess. Beat. Opponent kept 7. So it probably means they're playing Reanimator. Or something out of the blue-black family. Oh, basic planes. Not the most common in an Aether Vial? Sure. Aether Vial is very scary. I'm going to try and surveil a land to the top. We don't have to fear Mother of Runes, so I can actually tap out for Baleful Strix here. And be pretty happy. Yep. Keep that. Baraghoyf should be pretty good against this deck, as long as they waste all their Swords to Plowshares and don't find another one. We got the nice Sea, Badlands, Volcanic Island spread, so one Wasteland is not going to take off any particular color, which is great. If they play a Thalia, that would be great. Although Aether Vial Plains, no Yorion is quite strange. This could be more like a Oswald Fiddlebender type strategy, or it could be like something else, I guess. Wasteland was almost expected, almost mandatory. Brainstorm. All right. We do have to play around Mother of Runes here, but we have Lightning Bolt. So we could sculpt a little bit before Spirit of the Labyrinth is an Aether Vial. That ain't good, but I mean, Ponder can get us out of a bad situation. Hopefully. Damn. I'm willing to waylay Narset and then put Baraghoyf on top. I should probably Ponder right now, actually. I do have Sheoldred's Edict. It wouldn't be impossible to collapse like a Mother of Runes House of Cards, just would be like really annoying. Yeah, I don't want to draw either of those expensive cards, though. I think that's more important. Yeah, shuffle. Great. Wasteland me again, see what happens. And they did not Violin Mother of Runes, so I'm glad I didn't play like I was frightened. Sure. That's interesting. Sure. Sure. One mountain, please. Oh, crap, it goes untapped. Oh. Okay, how about Kolaghan's Command? Right off the top. Not quite, but that is a great draw. I should Thoughtseize now while they still have cards in hand. I'm glad I did. Phantom Blade. When it enters, you get to attach it to a creature and destroy another creature. That's so good. It is 5 mana, though. Clearly taking Stoneforge Mystic. Solitude will be a problem eventually, but not right now. Then I'm perfectly happy to bolt and send for 1. Looks like Orzhov Taxes. This is a pretty difficult matchup. I think it was on the channel recently. But that was like Overlord of the Baelmerk, all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, they're just going to lose it eventually. That's fine. Keeping it at 2 is very interesting. They must have drawn something. I'm going to cycle this. Hopefully they don't have an Alchemist of Ogma. No, okay. They might have Bowmasters, but I have Bowmasters, so... How do you like that? Would a black-white deck really have 3 planes in it? Spirit of the Lab, that's fine. Ooh, Baraghoyf is back. So they're a bit off from casting Solitude. I think I can get a huge jump in life with this thing, or 2 cards. As long as they don't do something really messed up. Like play Time Twister or something. Okay, they're still not ticking up that vial. That's super interesting. It'd be cool if this was templated like one of those really old black removal spells that's like destroy a non-black creature. They don't do that anymore, because black creatures are hella strong. There's also a weird world in which I could protect Baraghoyf from Solitude, unless they fire right now, which I think would be pretty wise, but it'd also leave them pretty light on resources. The 1 card in a Phantom Blade. But yeah, I'm hoping they just like, oh, never mind. I mean, this is like a great exchange. It is. Especially if they don't make a land drop. Fine to take 3 here. Alright, now I just gotta resist the urge to cantrip into this thing. It's all the cards I shuffled away, they're back. Sure. Fire, fire. So they don't have a land in hand. That much is evident. What now? Lion Sash. Lion Sash. Hope they just go to town. Yep. Keep going to town here. Yep. And once more for me. Oh, they're good. Turns out they're a good player. Keeping it on 2. So interesting. Alright. What do you think about that? Okay. I think I'll take the 1 here. What are the odds that they really drew another 2-drop, you know? Brainstorm. Hit for 3. It's a lot. Does not prompt an Aether Vial activation. What about the end of your turn? The time to act is now. Sure. Double sure. Okay. If they tap the vial, excuse me, I will brainstorm. Seems like they're tapping out for their turn, which is interesting. I wonder what is in their hand. Oh, my spells. Now do you go up? Yeah, okay. Cast brainstorm. Beautiful. Land. Alright, we'll crunch again. What you got? Skyclave Apparition? Going after what? Sure. Well, I wouldn't mind upgrading my creature. A little too bad to miss out on that 1 point of damage. But hopefully this just means more damage for the future. I just need to dodge 1 top deck here. That Phantom Blade trapped in hand is definitely quite nice for us. Like if I can dodge Recruiter of the Guard, just something like that. Okay, cool. So they'll probably be looking at taking out one of these paltry creatures. I'll slam for 6. They put a card on top, which is pretty scary. But hopefully Nimble Obstructionist can handle whatever comes our way. Force of Will. That might also help. But they'll probably use Aether Vial. I can stifle Aether Vial and then counter whatever they try to do. And we should be good. Or I might even be able to just like overrun them naturally. Okay, they might have just topped to conceal some information. It's possible they didn't have any outs. Although that's not true, because Recruiter of the Guard I think definitely would have been out. Vial that in for a blocker, and then get Bowmasters and stabilize the board more or less. So, well, I don't know. Maybe it was slim enough that they thought concealing information was more important. I want to give my opponents every possible shred of credence. I go back and forth on consigned memory. At least I don't need to like do my normal Side and Pyroblast in this matchup like I always do, because this is not a Yorion version of Death and Taxes. So we can go like that. I think Consign is actually pretty good here. Because like, you know, 1/1s are often collateral with a lot of the board or the cards I play, so it's not crazy for, or even in that last round, like if they try to Solitude my Baragoyf and I consign to memory the Solitude trigger, that is a 2-for-1. So yeah, I think Consign's actually pretty good here. And then we'll just limit our susceptibility to Swords to Plowshares and stuff by citing out Baragoyf, Psychic Frog, Tameo. Cling to Dust is not the most impactful, but we can probably count on pre-war formal wear and also Extraction Specialist being features. Narset is not really good for, well, like the static is not really that impactful, even though the -2, getting 2 of those off in succession are like, it's really important to grind out Death and Taxes because all their cards are practically 2-for-1s. It's a pretty scary deck. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable submitting this. I think this hand is great. It's very stable. It's a little soft to Archivist of Ogma, but yikes. Alright, this game just got a lot harder, but I think I should be able to navigate it. Okay, cool. Being able to Shatter Revile does not feel good in Modern, but feels very good in Legacy. I think I'm gonna shuffle that. Okay. I mean, we're also a little bit ahead of a Spirit of the Lab coming out of a vial, so... Ooh, Ghost Quarter? That's nasty. Grafdigger's Cage is also totally fine. That one I'm not so concerned about. But Ghost Quarter is super freaking nasty. It might not seem like much right now, but it will absolutely do some bad stuff. Also, Cling to Dust, not feeling very grindy with Grafdigger's Cage out, but maybe I'll just decide to blow it up at some point. Okay. Here's the plan. We are going to Bowmaster anything out of the way, stick Kaito. Okay, no Mother of Runes is also really good. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I was like, if Grafdigger's Cage could also, like... they didn't play a creature, though, so I guess I'm not going to play Bowmasters. It's important to leverage that as a removal spell, especially with now how I can cast Kolaghan's Command instead. It's kind of important. We're also up a land on them because they used Ghost Quarter. I guess I shouldn't let this get to 3. And how many Ghost Quarters do you think they're running? There's also White Orchid Phantom. I don't know, I'm starting to get sketched out by that. You discard, destroy your Aether Vial. Yes. Sure. Running low on basics. But hopefully the virtual card advantage of Cage and Ghost Quarter will start to go in our favor here. Caracas. Please don't play Recruiter. Spirit is fine. Alright. We might want to be a little patient here. Sewers. Is there any reason for me to Bowmaster the Spirit right now so I can ponder? Certainly did not side out a land in this matchup, even though the general theory would support that. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the ponder in now while I can. Because this does not preclude me still from bolting White Orchid Phantom. And at some point I do need to cash this in for a cantrip. Cast ponder. They concede. Sure. I mean, I guess they're pretty far behind. But they don't know it's in my hand. Okay, cool. Definitely got away with something there, because it's not an easy matchup. We're 4-0 with my Eternal Weekend deck, facing 2 iterations of Nick Fit and also Blue-Black Tempo. Piloted by someone very good, I might add. Welcome to the final round here. Opponent says, good luck, have fun. Usually means they're gonna oops all spells or otherwise insane combo you. Oh man, this hand is pain. This hand is pain. Because all of the spells are black. And we got stuck with Island Mountain. We have a force. I will mulligan. It's getting worse. Alright, we'll keep that. Woof. Not a great start. See what I'm up against. But yeah, that was rough. Rolling to 5 on the play. Not my favorite thing to do. Chalice on 1, huh? Well, if I cling right now, as long as I don't run into another one drop, it's not the worst thing in the world. If I do run into another one drop, I might want to force. I don't. Okay. I mean, it does turn off a lot of top decks, but we could also just draw lands. That's something we could do. We also have lots of potent 2, 3, and 1 4 drop. Curious what my opponent's on. Red Prison does not really do this thing anymore. I'm guessing it's Eldrazi. Ancient Tomb, Chalice, Wasteland. Seems like Eldrazi, which is not a great matchup. Keep that. And we'll protect our red source here. Yep, there's Eldrazi Temple. Glaring Fleshraker. I'm fine to force that, I think. Yeah. Then we'll just like start pushing damage. And hope it's good enough, because I'm ult 5 against a deck that is so powerful. It's not good. But they do have Ancient Tomb. Good lord. I don't think I've drawn a single non-land card other than Bowmasters. Not sure how we're going to make this happen, but yeah, we'll see. I wonder how good that first hand would have been. Had some good 1 and 2 or 2 drops in it. It's that heralds the end. Pass. Well, that is stopping our aggression. I could bluff and act like I have another Bowmasters and keep attacking. That is appealing. Ooh, Psychic Frog. Get Badlands. Play Psychic Frog. Hope it's good enough. No bluff to be had when there's no cards in hand. Cavern of Souls. Trying to dodge Devourer of Destiny here. We do not dodge. Bummer. We have a nice check. But I also really need to be pushing damage against this Ancient Tomb deck. That hurts. I have Ugin. It's 5 lands. You can see how effective the what's it called? The Price of Progress technology is. It's quite effective. Because I certainly would have attacked with Baleful Strix last turn. Get them on the hook for quite a bit of damage. Selling Mycospawn, yep. Just normal stuff happening here. Could probably go to the next game. I think we're at 0 outs. Card is busted. Program's acting weird. I think I might restart. Gotta take down both post-side games. No big deal. So we got Price of Progress, Opposition Agent, Blood Moon, and Fatal Push. Cling to Dust can go, especially since they're on Chalice of the Void. It's pretty important. Baraglyph also quite relevant for the matchup. A third Consign has been suggested and might be pretty good. Thoughtseize I'm not wild about. Bowmasters is not bad, but is not the most impactful card either. Narset is a little slow. Anything with flying and flash is really great, so we'll keep both of these cards. And then trim 1 Badlands and probably Tameo or a second Bowmasters. Or it could be all the Thoughtseizes. Oh, I kind of like having 1 Thoughtseize. Could also be Force of Will, since we don't really have a lot of good targets for Force. Sure. It's just kind of something you keep, though. All right, how about a better opening hand this time? I would appreciate that. Oh, man. This is a complete nightmare. This is like the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to get a trophy. Mulligan. We'll try it. Blood Moon on the play. Not the worst. Keep. And I think we'll go without... No, the program is still acting kind of weird. Go without one of these ponders. I don't think we'll have time. I think the curve will probably be like Ponder, Frog, Blood Moon, and Lightning Bolt is a nice way to fill in the gaps there. Maybe they'll mold a 5, I don't know. You never know. It's a scarily consistent deck, though, I will say. They do their thing with alarming regularity. They have a Devourer. Grab an island. Cast Ponder. Hopefully find a swamp in there. We do. Along with Strix, which might actually be a better play than Psychic Frog next turn. Although I feel like they'll feel more inclined to have to interact with Frog, which is what we want. We don't want them trying to, like, Thought Not Seer, you know? And if they stumble in any capacity, then Psychic Frog behind a Blood Moon will just be, like, really hard for them to beat. But yeah, if I give up Frog to Kozilek's Command and resolve Blood Moon because of it, I think that's fine. They kept a card. They got rid of Tomb, Petal, Devourer. Interesting. A little bit of everything in there. So I'm not really sure what they were in the market for. Basic Forest. That's really interesting. It's not Accelerant, so yeah, interesting. With that play, they might have trouble getting Kozilek's Command up to 2 next turn. Yeah, restarting the program did not help the screwiness. I'm not sure what's going on right now. No Dismember. Temple. Fleshraker. Sure. Do I just need to deal with that first? Well, maybe they won't be able to cast colorless spells if they don't have colorless mana to, you know, cast it. So I'm just going to play Blood Moon here. Kolaghan's Command also pretty sweet. I mean, I'll offer this block. Discarding Bolt to Frog would be like the same thing, except I wouldn't have to spend any mana on it. No, they don't care. There's Price. Cast Blood Moon. This also helps out by deaccelerating their mana a little bit. It's good enough for them. Probably not too much to change here. Maybe another Force instead of that one Thoughtseize. And I guess that's about it. Hope for a similar curve, even though we'll be on the draw this time. Do we want this Badlands? Opponent says, love some Grixis. Who doesn't? We know this is a pretty low to the ground version because they have hit that Herald to the end and stuff like that. I think this is what we were in for here. Maybe we'll keep 7 this time. We'll just lose if they have Turn 1 Chalice. They're keeping 7, but yeah, we're going to mulligan. I guess that's better. Keep, and then bottom Snapcaster Mage. Alright. Temple. Petal. Petal. Now what? Nothing. Interesting. Feels like the program's about to fall apart at the seams here. Nice. Not a bad draw. Consigned Memory would have been a little better. But I'm hoping we can punish these Lotus Petals. They didn't have a turn 1 play though, which is really strange. Really makes you wonder. Cast Ponder. Blood Moon. No route to cast it. It is kind of one of those cards that's good enough. Like, do you think Ponder will come up with another mana source? The other thing is, like, they could play another Soul Land and have turn 2 kicked Mycospawn, which is horrible. I'm not sure why it can interact with basics, but it can. It's likely a little too risky. So I think I will shuffle. Baraglyph. It's a good card for the matchup, but I do need to be able to cast it. Yep. Oh, I don't like where this is going. God damn it. This card seems so evil. I feel like I saw that play coming from a mile away. Guess I'll force. Since now they have Cavernous Souls. Might as well take the pressure off. But yeah, we're not in good shape. It's 5/6 Baraglyph. If I can ever cast that, would be great. Days. Play that. That was a good draw, at the very least. But they are coming up on Ivugan. Looked like they were gonna maybe cast Kozlow's Command or something. It's hard to tell. I feel like Baraglyph is the way we get back into this. Probably need to keep Edict around too, so I can maybe do something. Baraglyph is so far away though. Strix can be destroyed. Okay, I'll hide that one. Curious what their last 2 cards are. If they just like keep making a ridiculous amount of land drops, like, I don't know. We'll try. We'll try to make this happen. Yep. Thought Not Seer. Brutal. They took Snapcaster Mage. That's interesting. Help. Damn it. Oh, can't think of any outs here, because even if I top deck a land next turn, I can play Strix, and then I'll be at 1. Well, that's a frustrating way to lose a trophy. But it's all good. What can I say? The deck felt awesome all weekend. It felt awesome this league. And yeah, I guess I'll just nurse the loss of that trophy and catch y'all next time.